Hello everyone, it's UB. Welcome to a trade review video. This video will be a trade review on my most recent BNB USDT long, official trade number 77 in the Haven. If you haven't seen these videos before, this is not a way for me to give you hindsight analysis or anything like that. I'm just verbally explaining my thought process at the time of entering the trades. Typically, I use the replay function on TradingView to essentially go back in time and just talk my way through the setup. This video is sponsored by Prime XBT. Definitely check them out if you're interested in trading gold or silver with Bitcoin. There's no KYC or anything like that. So click the link in the description, make an account, use promo code CryptoUB, and you'll get a 50% deposit bonus. So with BNB here, initially my entry was directly after this candle. Okay, so I have my range here, my range high. Let's just go over the range quickly. Okay, so my range high is based on right here, exactly right here. So we're getting a lot of candle touches at this horizontal, so I extended it left. If we break it down to the 4 hour, you can see the interaction, you can see the interaction with my range high in the past right here. Okay, so I'm extending it left and right, and we can see that when price does break above the range high, it doesn't spend too much time above there. Okay, so that's my range high. My range low is based on a more high time frame level, I believe. Yes, so this is a high time frame support and resistance. So I just wanted to pull out this breakout point here and extend the line right and see what I got. And I actually got a pretty clean support and resistance flip here. So I thought, okay, what's going to happen at the current price? And you can see that's still valid right here as well. Another breakout point that led to the local top here. And that's basically it. My equilibrium is just 50% of the trading range, so I just measure the range high, the distance from the range high and the range low, and that is how I get my equilibrium. I mark out 50% of that range. So I entered directly after this hourly candle. So what we're seeing here is a grind up, right? We're making a series of higher lows ever since we created our local low here. Okay, no really sweep of the lows except for, the double sweep here, right? We swept these lows all in here and then swept them initially again right here. So all of that downside liquidity was taken. Now we start grinding up. So because of the context of this position, I longed immediately after the hourly close above there. And it doesn't look like much, right? It's just closing above by 0.3%, but to me that was enough because of the grind up series of higher lows like this. Okay, so I entered there, and then you can see how on the hourly that level is really starting to flip into support now, right? And I should also mention that my entry was obviously based on the range high. My stop loss was based on the initial spring above the equilibrium, right? So if price returned back below here and started closing hourlies below there, I would not want to be in that position anymore because the higher lows would have been broken, and the initial spring, would have been retraced, and that's not the best look when you're entering into this kind of long position. And look at that, just a very, very clean flip of that range high. And then Bitcoin ruins the party. So on this sell-off, what we did is we broke the series of higher lows. So what will probably happen here is we'll just continue to grind right back up. And maybe I'll re-long back at basically the same area. But for now, the series of higher lows is broken. We're below that spring. We're below the equilibrium. So it's not really the best look right now. Oh, here we go. We're breaking above it right now, actually, the series of higher lows. Okay, so that's basically my thought process for the BNB trade. Obviously, it got stopped out, which is unfortunate, but it doesn't really matter. I could always re-enter when, things are looking more clear. I'll probably take the same exact trade, to be honest with you, because I still like the setup a lot, and especially because we broke the series of higher lows and took some of that liquidity. I mean, I definitely contributed to giving my liquidity over, right? And people got fills at the range low, which is nice. But now that we're reclaiming this diagonal series of higher lows, we've been seeing this pattern a lot, right? Where price will kind of bounce and grind up around here, kind of chop around here, but continuing to reclaim the series of higher lows. And then we get a nice one last dump, reclaim, and then that's the move. Okay. So that's probably what I'll be going for on BNB potentially. If everything lines up well, I may be relonging this, but I just wanted to show you guys a trade that got stopped out and, my thought process, because my thought process is still important. It doesn't really matter if I got stopped out or not. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If you have any further questions, please feel free to ask. Thank you.